New South Wales is burning, with 11 fires now upgraded to emergencies as residents in hotspots are told it's too late to leave and to seek shelter. There are 71 fires burning across the state and 50 more further north in Queensland. Hot and dry winds are predicted to pick up in the next hour. Emergency services say gusts of up to 90 kilometres per hour are already fanning smoke and flames across much of the Eastern Seaboard. Alex Perrottet has the details.
On a day that started with a catastrophic warning across huge swathes of the state, the New South Wales Fire Service is getting brutal with its messages and running out of superlatives.
It's too late to leave, and they will need to seek shelter as the fire approaches.
Shane Fitzsimons has been briefing the media every hour today and has clear instructions for the danger zones north of Sydney and Newcastle. For those in non-emergency areas but still under threat, he says get out before it's too late.
The last thing we want to do is be managing mass evacuations in some pretty difficult to access areas and running the risk of having a whole bunch of congested roadways and seeing people incinerated in their cars as the fire crosses a difficult to access area. And unfortunately, there's no meaningful reprieve. There's no rainfall in this change, and we're going to continue to have warm, dry conditions dominating in the days and weeks ahead.
The emergency alerts are mainly for fires burning in the mid-north and north of the state, fairly close to the coast. One of the key danger areas is Taree, where the Hillville fire spanning 20,000 hectares is out of control. 63-year-old Julie Fletcher died nearby on Saturday. And the Deputy Mayor of the Mid-Coast Council, Claire Ponton, says it all happened very fast.
Had a car packed, she was ready to go. She told her family she was about to go, and then she didn't get out in time and the house was incinerated, unfortunately. So very sad.
Claire Ponton says the winds will push the fire towards the coast where there's only one road in and out. She says people need to have a plan.
And the fire plan might be pack up your portable goods and your animals and your children and get the hell out of there. Or it might be we're going to stay and we're going to defend the house and fight it. If your plan is to evacuate, then do it early before the roads get cut off.
She says people in her area are used to rain and lush conditions and can't believe how dry it is.
This country is dairy country. It's got littoral rainforest, it's got wet sclerophyll forests, it's got swamps, and it's very, very unusual for it to be burning like this. People who've lived here all their lives said we've never seen it like that here before. They're just not used to fires.
Further north, near Coffs Harbour, people are heeding the message and getting out. Carol Duncan says it's hot and smoky, and her brother has fled his home.
He evacuated yesterday, so that's an area that's looking like it's significantly under threat as well. That whole part of northern New South Wales is just becoming a massive fire ground. It's terrifying.
She says even further north in the state, hundreds of homes have been lost, including her father's. He lives in Rappville, just south of Lismore.
It was awful. That was two fires that joined one massive fire front, and 2 people were killed in that fire. My father nearly lost his life, but fortunately the Rural Fire Service and local police were able to rescue him and his partner.
Across to the west of Sydney, 30,000 hectares of the Wollamai National Park is on fire. The Mayor of Hawkesbury, Barry Calvert, says residents nearby are on a watch and act warning. He's been packing up his belongings into his car and telling others to do the same.
I packed up all the photos, of course. My wife said we must take all our photos, which is easy for her to say, but it's a whole cupboard full we've got. It took me ages. And we took like our laptops and our clothes and medicines and that sort of thing. Just the basics in case we're out for a couple of days. We may not be able to get back. If the house is gone, then basically we lose everything. We've just got a few items of clothing with us.
The Hawkesbury has one of the highest populations of horses in the state, and Barry Calvert says residents have been relocating them to the showgrounds, where chicken owners are also releasing their clutches. He says there's smoke everywhere and he too is suffering from inhaling so much of it. And in a plug to the regional retail hub of Penrith, he says the best place people can head to is the shops.
We're saying to people, if the heat and smoke is affecting you, then go to some of the larger shopping centres, such as the one at Penrith, which is all enclosed and air-conditioned and it's out away from the fires. Go there and get some cool, fresh air. I think the smoke is a big problem for a lot of people, including me. I'm already starting to feel it, and it's not too bad right here, right now, but when it gets bad, I struggle.
For Checkpoint, Alex Perrottet.